Good day, my friends. Let's learn something new today. Okay, everybody, it is time to learn about something that most of us do not like doing, and of course that is paying income tax. Righto. A lot of people just don't like doing this over here because the tax money is not always going where it's supposed to be going. But anyhow, let's look at some objectives of the lesson. The first thing is going to be to define income tax and its purpose, right? Identify different types of income. Wow, that could be daunting. Calculate taxable income by subtracting deductions from gross income, because everything that you earn is not taxable. Some things are exempted from paying tax. We'll have a look at that in the lesson. Use a simplified tax table or calculator to determine income tax owed. And of course, understand the concept of tax deductions and credits. And appreciate the impact of income tax on individuals and society. Oh boy, there's a lot of things over here that we need to cover, so we will do it. Wonderful. What is income tax, right? And why must we pay income tax? I mean, does it make sense? But anyhow, taxes are mandatory contributions levied on individuals or corporations by a government entity, whether it's a local government, regional government, or a national government. It doesn't matter. All right? So, governments collect taxes to finance essential public services and infrastructure such as 1. Roads and highways. They need money to build roads and highways, and believe me, lately it is very expensive, and that is why, like in many countries, to keep the roads really up into good condition, they've got toll roads to help financing the building of new highways and etc. Schools and education, that is also lately quite an in thing, to ensure that the nation is educated, because you need an educated nation to be able to strive and have a good economy growing. Healthcare and social security, guys. Healthcare is very important too. People want and they need the I must have put it to the thing that makes them feel secure about their health, and that they know there's good health care for them. Also social security. This is like, for instance, a pension, or if you get injured or something like that, or let's say you're in an accident and you become paraplegic, you can't earn your money anymore, you need social security. This is where this year comes in. And guys, these are two very important things that people must have a look at. Also, public safety, like police, fire departments, etc. like that. In many countries, the police are, because they are earning very low salaries, the government hasn't got enough money to pay them a good salary, so the police become very corrupt. That is some things that happen in many countries. Fire departments, sometimes they don't have the right equipment to rescue people, stop your house from burning down, things like that. And of course, national defense. That is, defense is to defend your country against any intruders or anything like that. And of course, environmental protection. That is to protect our environment. Guys, this is becoming a very big thing with global warming. We can all see how our seasons are busy changing. It is just not the same as what it used to be. There are many things that government has to do with money, and the only place a government can do it, and that is by collecting income tax and taxes everywhere. And the fewer the people become, if nations don't keep growing, and currently all nations are experiencing a decrease in populations, the growth of populations per annum is decreasing, and that is causing governments to have to increase taxes because there aren't enough taxpayers. Great, guys. I think let's have a look at how is tax calculated. This is just a very simple demonstration to show you how it works, right? So let's just take a simple scenario. For instance, right, Peter's gross income for the year was $3,000. Wow. Okay. But anyhow, so the taxable deductions equals $500. Now, guys, the taxable deductions will vary from country to country. It depends on your country's laws, how much you can deduct and what you can deduct from your gross income. So, to calculate the taxable income, you're going to be taking your gross income minus your deductions. So, the taxable income for Peter will be $3,000 minus the $500, which is tax deductible, and that leaves him with a taxable income of $2,500. And once again, guys, I can't put enough emphasis on the deductions. This will vary from your country to country. I know many things like, for instance, pension is tax deductible now, but the problem is when you one day receive your pension, you have to pay tax onto it. Yeah, and that could be a surprising factor when you retire one day. But anyhow, now normally you get a tax table that gives you all your deductions, or the percentage of deductions. Let's have a look at it. Guys, this is just a very simplified tax table, right? It's nothing near the real thing. The real thing is a lot more complicated than this over here. This is very simple. For instance, from $0 to $1,000, your first $1,000, you will pay 10% tax. Anything more than $1,000 but less than $2,500, you pay 15% tax. And everything above $2,501, you'll pay 20% tax. Now this is very, very simplified, and also it'll vary from country to country. I mean, no country is the same. Everybody's got their own percentages, their own way of calculating tax. This is just a very simplified way, guys, right? Okay, let's see how much tax Peter must pay, huh? Let's work it out. Once again, the calculation of how to calculate tax. We're going to calculate the tax owed by Peter. For the first 1,000 tax owed, 1,000 equals us with 10%, which gives us $100. For the next 1,500, right? That means 2,500 minus 1,000, which minus us with this 1,000 over here. So the tax owed on this 1,500 will be 15%, which gives us that amount over there. Now, so the tax owed is $100 plus the $225, because remember his taxable income is $2,500, right? So that tax is $1,000 gone, so there's still $1,500 outstanding. So for that $1,500, he has to pay 15% tax, which gives us in $225. We add the $100, the $225 together, so the total tax he owes is, of course, $325. That's what he has to pay over to the government. Normally the company you are working for will be doing this automatically, and they are by law forced to pay the tax to the government. So as you can see over here, I said this is a very simplified example. Actual tax calculations can be much more complex and involve various deductions and credits. For more accurate calculations, it's advisable to consult a tax professional or use special tax software. Yes, you get very special software that can calculate your tax for you. Most companies are making use of tax software so that they can calculate out, automatically how much tax you need to pay, and they deduct it directly from you and pay it over to the government.